So can we do the best of 3 and then start counting the 2 hours after that? And then start. Can you do 2 hours by the way? Or and then start. Can you do 2 hours by the way? Straight or?
We can do 2 hours, yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I count. Uh, if you don't want to like continue after that, like that's fine. I don't really mind. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna take a while to do best of three, so I usually count it. Anyway. Okay, I'll set up an arena. Give me a second.
Have trouble hearing you right now.
Um, can you hear me now?
I'm just gonna put you on my phone, and it'll be way better. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Okay.
Hey, I put you on my phone. It should be better now.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, so I just sent you the arena code, so if you want to hop in.
yeah.
Okay.
So what I was asking, if we can do the best of 3, and then after that we start counting at 2 hours. Is that okay?
I guess it's. I hope it doesn't take too long.
No, I mean, we can do one game, then we start counting 2 hours. I don't care.
Okay.
Because if I feel rushed, then it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Good luck.
Mm, you too. Thank you. I'm gonna lose this one.
We'll see. Maybe you're like crazy good.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. I played Young Link for 2 weeks almost. Yeah, about 2 weeks. Yeah, no, okay, you're already better than me. I don't even care. I'm getting overwhelmed. So that was a bad up tilt. I guess there is quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quicker.
Ah, nice.
Thanks. Oh yeah, I like that. You do like the what the Sephiroth do
What?
when they roll in. You do the like 'cause they do the up B, grounded up B to like catch the
Oh
if you
yeah.
don't catch or something, and then you did the boomerang instead. I like that. Oof, that grab was sus. Oh yeah, yeah. Don't do that, but I know it's good. Nice.
Thanks.
Wasn't that true? How did I air dodge? Were you just like too slow on it?
I
Or
was too slow. Wi-Fi is
oh,
ugly,
okay.
bro.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, no, just because like I missed it a lot too, and I was wondering like if
I
there's
mean,
any way that
it's not always true because depending on depending on DI and percents, they can be too far away from it. But there it was true. I just was too slow on it.
okay. Yeah. Ooh, I didn't kill. What? You had time to shield that? The fuck?
I know he's fast.
Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. Good game.
Thanks. Okay, we can say like, are you EST too?
Huh?
Are you EST time zone too?
I'm Central Standard Time.
Oh,
Well, so you're an
okay.
hour
Well,
ahead of me.
okay. So for your time too.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
at 4:50. So your time 4:50. We're done.
sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my first question is, do you have a set that we can review? Because that's usually, I think, what's best for us.
Uh, Not really. I don't
Okay.
really, because my Nintendo Switch app doesn't work for like replays and stuff.
You don't have any sets on stream you've played?
Not really. Like there is like
Okay.
maybe one or two, but like I was super nervous during the crew battle, so like
Okay.
it's good. It's not good.
In
It's
that
not
case,
reflective.
sure, maybe in that case we can play some more online. We can play a few more matches, and then we can review these matches if that might be
Yeah.
a good use. Okay, so my first question would be, are you just trying to get better in general at Young Link, or are there any specific matchups you're trying to get better at?
No, just better at Young Link. Just wanna beat
Okay.
everybody with Young.
So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to play you with different characters because obviously the Ditto's fine, but the Ditto's very different than most matchups, right? So I'll play you with a few different characters and we can talk about how you should be approaching these matches. Does that make
Okay.
sense? And we can basically do VOD review of the matches that we're playing on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Okay. So let me switch over to a different character and we can keep it going. Nice. Nice.
Wow, was that true? Probably not.
It is true. No, and I don't know about the forward smash, but the first two downers were true.
Kind of crazy. I just made that up.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have went for the up air.
That was good.
Thanks. I miss it often, but I got it this time. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I know. Everyone tells me like my get up game is not good.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh no, tragic.
No.
Almost had it. Young Link's up B is a little inconsistent sometimes.
People always fall out of it.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Make sure that they don't, or like.
There's certain things you can do in terms of like your drift to make it more consistent, but sometimes they're still gonna fall out. Right there, I'd have to look at it and see if maybe you could have actually drifted a bit less forward to have made it connect more.
Oh, I thought you want to do as close as possible.
Yeah, so usually you want to do you want to hold forward if your opponent is gonna fall out of it from the bottom, but you want to like not hold forward as much if your opponent's gonna fall out of it from the top. And I fell out of it from the top.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay, let's do another. But yeah, you were doing some good combos and using the platform as well. You need to be careful with your up airs. You need to like either make sure your up air is gonna hit, or you need to fast fall your up air, because a lot of times you're floating and you're getting whiff punished for it.
Oh, so I thought that if you're above me, since I have stage control, I can just it's pretty safe for me to do
yes,
that, no?
but so like do like a short hop and then do fast fall up air. Yeah, see, that's way safer. That is way safer than doing the like rising slow fall up air.
True, but let me tell you why I do it. It's because like since this move it's out for like a ridiculously long amount of time.
It is.
Sometimes I'll like follow you and try to hit you with like a stop, like follow you with it, you know?
Yeah, so you're right, and that is true. The issue is Young Link's air drift is bottom 20 in the game. So it'll work on some characters, but like a lot of times you're actually making yourself vulnerable if you're not fast falling it, because you're not actually going to be able to track someone's drift. They're going to be able to drift outside of your up air range, and then they're going to whiff punish you for it.
True. Okay.
Yeah, so you just have to be careful with it. I'm not saying don't ever do it. I'm just saying be more cognizant.
It works for me. Yeah. I'll try. Obviously, like right away, I might not fix my habit.
No, of course. I mean, it takes time, right? And I'm just here to like give you information about like why something like works or doesn't work, you know?
Oh, by the way, right there, I don't know if I should stop every single time like this, but I went for a nair, and then I went for a nair. I hit you with it.
So
I went for a grab, but it didn't work.
Yeah. Grab after nair is like true sometimes, but there's like a lot of factors that go into it. So one is like you have to be like falling with your nair, and two, it has to be at low percents, and three, like you basically have to like hit the ground quick enough, and they have to be in like enough hit stun that your grab is actually true. So it's tricky. Yeah, there's like multiple factors that go into like grab nair being true. So it is true sometimes, but it's like There's a lot of factors that go into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, the call out.
Yeah. See, like there, it was one of
Yeah.
those.
I didn't fastball it. It's like I never do it, so. But I'm gonna remember and try to fix that.
For sure. Who did you play before Young Link?
Palu.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. See, I did it right there though. I just
Mm-hmm.
did two of them. Ooh. You could have got me with that.
Yeah, I mistimed it.
I knew it.
Yeah, good.
Took the call out. Do you use dash attack a lot or no? I don't
As
use it
Young
too much.
Link, not really.
No.
It's
You do
okay
your
sometimes.
Nair instead?
Yeah, Nair is usually better.
Okay.
Because dash attack is a lot riskier. It's okay as an anti-air, and it's okay as a kill move at high percents. But other than that, it's like pretty risky.
Yo, that was dumb. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I just thought. See, that sometimes I do stupid shit like this because, like, I think that I need to do it right now because if I don't do it right now and the boomerang hits, it will not confirm anyway. You know what I mean? With like the
I
up B.
I do know what you mean. I mean there you were just a little desperate to like find the kill, which makes sense. But Young Link, if you play Young Link and you're like kind of just fishing for kills without setup, you're going to have a bad time.
Hmm. But like that was like a setup for me. But like, I don't know. Yeah, I meant to jump there. But I do miss inputs a lot. But...
Yeah, it happens. Good.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it already. I take what you say with, and I take it with great importance. Oh no!
That's tragic.
Yeah, I upped B way too quickly. I didn't even do my full double jump. Ah, see, I knew you were gonna jump, but the boomerang didn't catch the jump.
Yeah.
Oh, you double jumped!
Yeah.
You didn't just do a regular jump. You tricked me.
Oh, bad DI. You need to DI that down and out.
There's no way that I would have lived, though, right?
No, you would have lived.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Kind of just give up because I know Bowser hits really hard.
Yeah. But no, you gotta live that.
Okay, fine. I'll go back to my ledge. Oh shit.
Okay. So some of the things that I'm noticing are okay. There's a few things that I think we should probably look at. So first, I'm going to I think we did like what 3 games with Bowser, so we can do a review of them real quick, and then I can point out kind of like what's happening. But some real quick habits that I've noticed. Um, you are going for a lot of grounded attacks, like say like jab or like F tilt, and like up tilt. All of those attacks are like they're not super great. Even like dash attack, like they're not super great from Young Link. They're okay, and but usually with Young Link, you definitely want to be using more aerials and you want to be using more projectiles setups. Because like our range and our like risk reward on like hitting one of those like tilts is like not super good. It's kind of bad. So that's one. Two, you're also going for like these really hard callouts. Like with some of your
Yeah,
aerials, and
yeah,
the issue is like when they don't hit, you're actually in a very risky
yeah,
position, right? So really, you need to be like timing your aerials so that like either you hit me, or like if you don't hit me, then like you'll still be fine if that makes sense. So really, the reason you're getting punished is because you're using a lot of like aerials like preemptively, and again just sort of like hoping they're gonna hit
yeah.
when your opponent has a lot of like options to maneuver around them. The way that you can mitigate that is by again like cutting off angles with projectiles first. You don't always have time and room to set up projectiles, but usually if you do, you want to do it because it's like Young Link's like best part of his kit basically. So a lot of times just going in like raw, but just with like an early like aerial, it's like pretty risky. Again, even like up air, again, it's like really risky because it's like if you don't hit it, you're in so much end lag because like you said, it lasts forever, and that's a good thing and a bad thing, right? Because it's a good thing like if they're above you, but like if they're on the side, right, then you're just like sitting there in end lag. So those are a couple things. Also, when you're doing projectiles, you do. This is one of the biggest things. You do your projectiles like standing in place, and that's super, super, super risky. Um, Usually, what you want to do is you want to be. I'm not saying every time. Like sometimes it is okay to like do like an in place boomerang and an in place like fire arrow, but usually you want to be moving with your projectiles. You want to do a lot of retreating or approaching boomerangs. It's going to depend on the spacing. Um, and
I
you
feel like what I do, but then sometimes I get punished for doing it too closely. But then I see like
yes.
YouTube videos about like youngling players, and they do the boomerang really close because then they get really good confirms out of them.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm a very careful youngling player. I don't like going for risks, but there are distances at which if you do an approaching boomerang, your opponent doesn't have a good response. So it's all about angles and it's all about distances. But again, the same thing. It's like sometimes you're doing like boomerang in place when I'm approaching you, and you could have done like a retreating
Yeah.
boomerang, right? Like a short hop back boomerang, right? And then you actually would have
Oh,
whiff punished. But you're doing it in place, so a lot of times you're getting caught
wait, but
because
then okay,
you're
okay,
standing.
okay. But I'm just wondering that if I do a retreating boomerang, I feel like I don't have time to confirm out of anything because I
You
was retreating
you
earlier.
do because of two different things. Like you're
Okay.
almost always gonna have enough time to confirm because of two different things. So point number
Okay.
one is retreating boomerang is really really good at catching people like approaching you. So they're going to be drifting towards you. So by the time that your boomerang comes out, like you're retreating, they're actually gonna be right in front of you. They're gonna be point blank. So like that's one. Like
Uh,
they're gonna be right next to you. Point
okay.
number two
Uh, yeah.
is even if they're slightly too like even if they're not point blank, even if they're like a bit spaced, then it's still a mid-range boomerang, and then at that point you can actually hit confirm because it's
An
like
arrow.
yeah, exactly. You can hit confirm with a short hop forward arrow into like forward air or up B or another arrow. Like there's a lot of combo routes and you have to like get used to them. But yeah, it is like vast majority of the time it's a true confirm.
Okay. Okay. And then does that count as giving up stage control?
Um it,
because
it, it
because
can.
I
Yeah.
know some of my friends that told me like you should never give up ground, but then which
No.
they makes a lot of sense obviously, but like.
No, so I think people when people talk about like center stage, people think about it in like two absolute terms. Like dashbacks are really strong in this game. Like retreating is really strong in this game sometimes. Like you don't want to put yourself in the corner because yeah, the corner is a bad position. So like sometimes you have to. Like again, like when I was like up smashing you, right? Because you were landing on top of me. I mean, sometimes it's better to
Yeah.
go to ledge than to like land on top of someone and get hit, right? So I mean, you're like quote unquote giving up stage control, but like you didn't really have much of an option not to give up stage control, right? So that's one. Two is retreating back isn't inherently giving up stage control because you're still like again like if you're doing like a boomerang, right? You're actually still controlling a lot of space, and what's more important than stage control is like again stage control like people just think of like oh center stage is good and it's like again in in absolute terms, like that's overly simplistic. It's like sure, it's better for your opponent to be on ledge than for you to be on ledge, sure, but what's more important than just having center stage is having good options against your opponent. So it is going to be matchup specific, and it's going to be like angle specific, and it's going to be timing specific. So you can like, again doing like retreats is actually really strong. Like look at how many times like top players like MKLeo they do like dashbacks and then they do like pivot grabs, right? Or they do dashbacks like F tilts, right? It's about like spacing outside of your opponent's range and then like punishing them for it. So I think people get too caught up in saying like, oh, I need to be like in the center of the stage when it's not about that. It's about like having an advantageous position against your opponent, like regardless of where you're moving to.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I mean, when you say it, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and I'm happy to hear that because I was always I like this little back in my head. I was like, I mean, I guess it is, but then like I didn't have like the right arguments. But you just made like bunch of good arguments, and like I agree with what you're saying because I always had that like little thought in my head that's like, but retreating doesn't isn't always bad, you know. So I don't know, but yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. I'll do so retreating boom. So basically, anyway, retreating boomerang will usually give me enough time to go for at least an
Yes.
arrow, if not a confirm. Okay, I'll try that. I'll try
Yes.
that. I mean, I like it. I'll try it.
Okay, so I'm going to um so I'm gonna stop streaming here and then I'm gonna like then we can sorry, let me give me a second. So